hey there. All right, well, I had a bit of spare time on my hands today, so I thought what I would do is, show you for anybody who wants to do some exercise at home but doesn't want to just stick to body weight. So we've got a few little things. We've got some PVC pipe and we've got a cap on either end. So I think this one is 25 mil in size. I've got some sand and I've got a scale and I've got some electrician's tape. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try not to get glue everywhere. But I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the edge. So this is for anybody who's doing some stuff at home, during these challenging times. And if you're not fortunate enough to have, dumbbells, kettlebells, sandbags or anything like that. So I'm just going to put some glue on the rim. I'm just going to put some glue on the inside of the cap as well. Just put that cap back on because knowing me, I'm sure I glue myself together. And we're just going to slide it over the top. Ooh, almost got me. All right. And so then doing that, just to help secure it a little bit more, we're just going to take a little bit of electrician's tape. I'm just going to go up and over. And I got my Stanley knife so I don't embarrass myself by not being able to tear through this stuff. And we're just going to kind of create just a bit of an X. You can put more, over the top. There's no right or wrong, when it comes down to it. So I just crossed it. If you can see that, nice and simple, immaculate handiwork. Now we're just going to take the tape, just put it over the top, and just going to roll it around. Again, just nice and tight. That's why I like the tape, because it's flexible. It wraps around. Now we just tear it off. Just put that down firm. So that's one end. So now to give it a little bit of weight, we're just going to add some sand to it. Now the nice thing, I've got one here I did last night. This is the one that we're putting together now. This one probably weighs about 3.5, 4 kilos. Again, just depends on the size of the pipe that you want to use. That one's 90 mil, I believe. So it'll obviously be able to put more sand in it, but also it'll depend on the quality of your sand. If you got sand that's quite wet, obviously it's going to be a little bit heavier. If it's dry, it might not or it won't be as heavy. And so we're just going to take our sand and we're just going to fill up the tube. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. Again, you'd think I'd be clever enough to get a funnel to help pour the sand in, but where's the fun in that? This way I get to relive my childhood digging in a sandbox. But this time we're building exercise equipment. Now what we have done at the studio with some the bits of equipment is you can fill it up halfway. Obviously it's not going to make it as heavy, but as you're doing certain things, the sand will shift. And what that will do is just encourage you to engage different muscles to help with stability, stabilization. It helps with balance, but also those little stabilizer muscles through the joints. But I'm going to fill these ones all the way up. All right, slowly getting there, maybe a couple more spoonfuls. Nice. All right, so that's in. We're probably shy about 2 centimeters or 20 mils from the top. We're just going to clean that up. We're going to go back to our glue, and we've got our other cap. So again, just like we did on the other side, we're just going to put some glue on the rim. And once again, just on the inside of the cap as well. I've got to omit for a trainer, I make a terrible handyman. But we've got to do what we got to do. All right, so just going to sneak that on. So you can hear the sand in it. As it settles, it'll probably create a little bit more space. I'll put that aside, find out where I put my tape. And just like we did on the other side, I'm just going to put our two pieces over and across. Again, you get these PVC pipes, at any hardware store, plumbing store. Now we're just going to pat it down. I'm sure this will resonate with all of you, but for all you ice hockey players out there, it's just like taping up a stick. That's it. Just going to wrap it around, keep it nice and tight, nice and snug. That's it. Now we're just going to cut it off without cutting any fingers off. Get that out of my hands before I cause a lot of problems. Alrighty. So there you have it. So now to give you an idea of how much that will weigh, I've tried putting it on the scale, with the other one, it didn't register. So all I did was I jumped on the scale myself, get my weight. All right, 91.1. So now we'll do it. We'll hold in the, and we'll wait for it to reset, but we're going to do it holding the weight. So if we remember 91.1, as soon as this shuts off, here we go. All right, so that's about 1 kilo in there. So again, nice thing with that is that it's easy to hold on to. You can do presses with it, all kinds. You can place it on your shoulders, for some squats. But like I said, the thicker, you can put more sand in it. That one's about 3.5, 4 kilos. I'm gonna do another one, this size. In the comments below, I'll tell you which, how much this one weighs, when it's done. We do have a larger one here as well that I've done quite a while ago. This one is, I think, about 100 mil, 125 mil. But you can see, we've only put half the sand in it. This one weighs about 4.5 kilos, 5 kilos. So they are handy, but the thicker that they get, the more weight you can add to them. But you might find that some of them become a little bit trickier to hold on to. So just something to be mindful of. But I'm going to peel this one apart because it looks like it could use a bit of an upgrade. And I'm going to fill it, full of sand as well. But I hope you found this video helpful. And leave a comment down if you decide to go ahead with them and how you go with your training. All right, bye for now.